Hey guys, Chevy Rell here. A quick little intro to the Instagram tutorial. This is a disclaimer. I am not a professional Instagram tutorial person, but I hope that it helps you guys out at least to get started. Instagram really is just something that you need to get in there and play around on. You're not going to hurt anything. Push buttons, follow people, unfollow people if you don't like them. You can always change your settings from public to private if you want to do that. While I was editing the video, it did seem to me that I was hopping all over the place, but it's sort of the nature of trying to teach somebody how to work Instagram. So I hope it makes sense to you guys. If it doesn't, please let me know. I will clarify anything. Basically, what it is just a tour around Instagram. You're really not gonna get it until you get in there and start pushing buttons yourself. I look forward to meeting some of you newbie Instagram followers. And if you have any questions, please let me know. Until next time. Hello, friends. Dan said to me, don't you think that it would be wise to just link a professional tutorial video for Instagram that someone else has done? And I thought about it for a minute and I thought, no, I want knitters to see, or fiber people to see, how fiber people use Instagram. Well, I will link a couple other videos that might be a little more vague, but I'm going to show you as a knitter how I use Instagram. I have an iPhone. Of course, this works on any phone. You can access Instagram on a desktop. However, it is not best utilized that way. Definitely, it is a phone app. So you would go to your app store, go to search, hit an Instagram, of course, download it. Then you will have to, obviously I have an update that I could do. Oh, I have 26 updates. This is actually my old iPhone. So I'm recording with my 8 and this is my 6, which is why I have 26 updates. You would then open Instagram and it will prompt you. I am already signed in. If you're new to Instagram, it's going to prompt you to log in, sign up, all that jazz. It's your typical stuff. So I'm going to assume that all of you know how to download an application, sign up for one. The only thing that I will say about the signing up part of it is your name. I am Chevy Rell. So it says that my name's Chevis. So I've obviously, now I've had Instagram for years, so I don't really remember it, but somewhere it will ask you to put what name you would like to be known as. So just keep that in mind. If you are going to primarily use Instagram for nitty things, then I would see if your Ravelry name is available just for continuity, but you can have whatever name on there that you would like to have. When you first get onto Instagram, your home button right here, that is going to be your equivalent to the news feed on Facebook. Here's the difference between Instagram and Facebook. And it's one of the reasons why I never on Facebook unless I am checking my notifications. Instagram is all pictures and you don't have to read about how Susie won a trophy or so-and-so had a bagel for breakfast. If that makes me a snot, that's fine. But my Facebook is mainly for my family and friends that I went to high school with. Instagram is for basically all of my knitter people, even though Brick Shithouse is not a knitter person, but he's hilarious and I love him. I mostly use my Instagram for knitter things. Now, of course, there are other things thrown in there. The nice thing about Instagram also is if people, let's just say from high school want to follow my Instagram, they can, and I don't have to follow their page to see, like their kids' Easter dresses or whatever they're posting, which nothing wrong with that. It's just not what I want to use my Instagram for. I can see that stuff on Facebook. I'm just going to run through these buttons. Your home button is all the pictures of everyone that you follow currently. The search button, that's that little magnifying glass. This is called Explore. It will either show you things that it thinks you want to see, like this chick shaving her head. I don't know why it thinks that I want to see that, but apparently I've watched something where some chick shaved her head. Or you can tap in the search bar up here. So up here you have your top, your people, your tags, or your places. So let's just look at here. It's giving me these suggestions. So it knows that I have recently talked to these people, looked at these people, something. So it's saying, hey, is this the person you want to see? But typically that's not why I come here. So if you are looking for a person specifically, I can hit people, and let's look up Christy Glass. So I'll type Christy Glass in. Christy Glass Knits. She has had 9 new posts since the last time I looked at her. So I can click Christy's profile. I already follow her. If I did not follow her, that bar would be blue and say follow. But since I already follow her, that's giving me a prompt to message her. So on her profile, she has 2,454 posts, 14.8 thousand followers, and then she's following 568 people. These are all of her pictures. So Instagram gives you an option on her profile that you can either, this is the grid, which is what we're in now, the grids of pictures. This is all of her pictures in a list. So it puts all of her pictures in the order that she's posted them, but in the style of like our home button, so that you don't have to look at them in a grid. So if you just want to see all of her pictures at once, I would hit the list button. But the grid is if you just like, oh, what's that? Okay, Woolboon. So you can look at it that way. Then this guy right here is your tags. These are all the pictures that other people... Oh, son of a bitch. Sorry about that. This button right here is going to show you all the pictures where other people have tagged Christy. So if you pick, say this picture, Miss Lavelli, who is inside number 23, for all of you who do not watch her podcast, her name's Katie. She obviously met Christy, posted a picture of her, and tagged her. So that's what all of these pictures are. So those are the 3 things that you can look at on someone else's profile. The other thing that you can look at is this 14,000 followers. You can click that. These are all the people that follow Christy. Same thing here, 568 people. These are all the people that Christy follows. Now, a lot of times it's fun to go through here. I mean, that means that I'm following all these people. So let's see if I can find a blue one. We are obviously following all, okay, right here. Oh, Stephen West. I don't follow Stephen West. Strike me down, I know. So say I could go through all these people. Well, what's Virtual Yarns? Let's just see. Virtual Yarns. Home of Alice Starmore Yarns and Design. Our unique range of hand knitting yarn takes inspiration from the Hebridean landscape. And then you can kind of take a look at their pictures. That's interesting. My goodness. Wow. Look at that. That's knit. Okay, anyway, this is why it's a rabbit hole, people. So another thing that you want to keep in mind when you're building your own profile, what's Christy say? And then here's the back button up here. Prolific fiber artist Christy Glass. Finished objects seen on MTV, Instagram feed, and CBS Bull. Creator of Tell Me About Your Rhinebeck Sweater video. So you can change this little snippet anytime you want, which I'll show you mine here in a bit. So let's go back to, you can either go back, and now we're back to the search bar, or you can just hit the magnifying glass and it takes you right back. So you can click in the search bar. Next, let's look at tags. So the infamous hashtag. Everybody talks about these hashtags. There are so many people who have no idea what a hashtag is. So these are the hashtags that I've actually looked up. The reason that I looked up a Swancho is because at the Plucky pop-up, I was throwing around buying some yarn for a Swancho. So you can kind of get some ideas on other people's color options. Now, just to throw this out here, Planet of Apes, that says follow. I don't follow that person, but they have their profile set up as a public profile. If you choose to set your profile up privately, your pictures will not come up in the search. I personally have mine set as public, and that's because I'm not posting anything that I don't want other people to see. I'm completely transparent. If people want to follow my podcast and they come to look me up on Instagram, I want them to be able to see my pictures to see if they want to follow me. A lot of times the reason that people will put private on there is if they have people in their life, they don't want them to see their pictures, if they're posting pictures of their kids. Same reason you have it private on Facebook. My Facebook is private. My Instagram is not, and that's because the things I post on Instagram are all fiber related, and fiber is all about sharing. I want to share my stuff. I want people to be able to see it and get color ideas the same way that I look at other people's pictures. Like, that is awesome. So I don't follow this person either. I can come up here to Mags Shale and I can look at her pictures and decide whether I, want to follow her. So let's go back. So your hashtags are things that will only come up if somebody has used that hashtag. So let's look at Simply Socks Yarn Co. You guys know that's my LYS. So let's take a look here. Hashtag Simply Socks Yarn Co. There are 1,143 posts where someone has put that hashtag on their picture. So that's not necessarily the store doing it. Let's look at this one. This one I could tell that's like a business store. Allison put that on there and hashtag the yarn shop so you guys can find that, which you might want to go check that out. Right here is another thing. Oh, can't see it. Right here, 6 days ago. That's always Laura. She's in our Bitter Knitters group, which you've heard me talk about. She posted that November 4th, 2017. But she hashtagged Simply Socks Yarn Co. Okay. So 6 days ago, Allison put that there's a blog contest where you can win $100 in free yarn. Go check out the blog if you're interested. So if you want $100 worth of free yarn, go check out Allison's blog and see if you can get yourself some. So we're going to come back. So 1,143 people have hashtagged that. The store, but anybody can. Here's my socks. If you guys watched that episode, I hashtagged it. So that way, if you're using that dyer's yarn, or if you purchased it from your LYS and you want people to be able to find them, you would add that hashtag into your description. So when I posted this picture, I said, love these so much. So I did hashtag vanilla socks, hashtag hand knit socks, hashtag simply socks yarn company, hashtag post stripe, which is the kind of yarn it is, 2 at a time. And then I also did the number 2 at a time because all of these are different. So let's hit 2 at a time. 3,455 posts. All these people hashtagged their pictures when they uploaded them at two at a time. Now, another thing. Of course, not all of these are going to be knitting. Kelvin Warman, he hashtagged a whole bunch of stuff, white. So if you look up hashtag white, that guy's shoes is going to come up in that picture. The reason that people do this, and you will see some people get awfully hashtag happy, is any hashtag, say you wanted a pair of Adidas trainers and you wanted to look at that. If you find this dude's picture in there and you're like, oh, that guy has cool shoes, he's support our troops, tattoo lover, you can go look at his pictures and he might get more followers because he put hashtag Adidas trainers on there. So some people will hashtag like a million hashtags and they seem random and weird to you, but that's why. So let's go back to the search option. Places. What I use places for a lot of times is where I'm going. Some weekend coming up, I'd have to look at the calendar. We are going to Marblehead, Ohio. I've never been there. It is also right by Kelly's Island. If any of you have ever heard of Put-in-Bay, Put-in-Bay is an island also that you need to get over there on a ferry. Kelly's Island is near there. It's along the same lines, but I've never been there. So I wanted to see, we'll hit Marblehead. I wanted to see what types of pictures people are posting at Marblehead. So of course they are known for their lighthouse, which is pretty cool. And then this picture was taken at Marblehead Lighthouse State Park. Now, that being said, we have this chick who obviously really liked her bikini that day. So you can just continue to look at some of these pictures to see maybe, okay, here's something. Brown's Dairy Dock. So that might be a place that I'd like to go. So you can actually click that. And here are all the pictures that people have taken at Brown's Dairy Dock. And you can see the food. You can see where on the map they're located. So that's what I like to use the places for. So let's see another, Hastings, Michigan, because you know I was just there. And you guys, it's such a cute little town. I had a blast. So these are all pictures that people have taken in Hastings. And you can kind of take a look around. You can kind of get a feel for the place before you go there sometimes. And of course, other pictures or people's private, like these people were at a wedding in Hastings. You just kind of have to mill through and see what you like. Burr Oak Studios is another place that's fun. Now, she, for any of you who remember my YarnCon haul, makes jewelry out of old aluminum knitting needles. I actually have a bracelet just like this. It's green. So I was actually showing someone at the Plucky pop-up last weekend her stuff, and that's what I pulled up so that we could see it. You have your top, which are people that they think that you'll want to visit often. Your people that you can search by name, your hashtags, and your places. So those are your different search options. So you can click cancel there. And now we're just in regular search. See how the little magnifying glass is highlighted. This plus sign right here, that is for you to take a picture. You can take a photo, which is this, or you can take a video. So let's just, I'll just take a picture so you guys can see. Okay, so I took this picture. This is actually that eco printing that I did that I'm sure you'll see in an episode. Down here, these are all filters that you can use. It changes, of course, the way your picture looks. You can pick whatever you want. A lot of times people have their favorites. So we'll pick this. You can hit next. Come on. Okay, now this is where you'd write your caption. So I'm going to put recording Instagram tutorial for knitters. This is okay, recording Instagram tutorial for knitters, hashtag, this is a test. Whoops. But when you do a hashtag, it has to all be together. So when you are hashtagging, I put this is a TE, and I didn't finish it yet. Instagram is really smart and fills in some of these things for you. So there are 6,087 posts that have used the hashtag this is a test. So if for some reason someone is looking that hashtag up, my eco printing is going to come up in here. I'm also going to do hashtag eco printing. Oops, I spelled it wrong. Okay, so actually, I was going to do eco printing. There's 21,000 some. I'm just going to do eco print because there's more, 58,000. You could do eco print and eco printing. You'll see that, but I don't want to be obnoxious, so I'm just going to pick one of them. And then we'll do a heart. Why not? Heart. Okay, so recording Instagram tutorial for, knitters. I'll click there to get my cursor, knitters. This is a test, eco print. Okay, now you can either hit OK and it will automatically upload it, or you can click down here in this spot, which that's what I want to do mainly because I want to show you guys. If I wanted to, I could also share this on Facebook, which once in a blue moon I do, but for the most part I do not. I could tag someone in it. If that was a picture of someone, kind of like when Katie did with Christy, I could tap anywhere in there and tag these people, but it's not a person, so I'm not going to tag anybody. I just want you guys to see it. Or I could add a location. So this is, I could do something as broad as Indiana. I could do, the high school is like less than a mile from here. You could put in your own thing. I typically don't add a location unless it's relevant, like that ice cream shop on on Kelly's Island, something like that. So I'm going to go ahead and hit share. It posted it, and my picture's up. Now, I'm going to skip this heart right here, and I'm going to go to, this is so funny because I think that's Emery. That's Katie, Inside Number 23's husband, which is sort of funny just because we were just talking about her. Anyway, I'm going to skip this heart right here for just a minute, and I'm going to go to this person. This is my profile, or in your case would be your profile. So I have 900 and some posts, 1,100 some followers, and I'm following 1,900 people. Mine says, life is what you make it, and mine is awesome. Host of the Chevy Rells Stuff podcast. Check it out here, and I have my link to find it. Here's my picture, as well as all the other pictures that I have posted. So if I click it, whoops, that was from last weekend. My fat finger clicked the wrong button. Okay, so there's my picture. It says recording Instagram tutorial for knitters. This is a test, eco print, and I did it 1 minute ago. So you can see it. Now we're going to go, that's back to my home screen. Now when other people are scrolling through their feed, oh, there it is. So you can see your own stuff too. Here's the other thing I didn't discuss earlier that I forgot. Okay, let's say you see this and you're like, wow, that's cool. What's EcoPrint? Never heard of it. Because some people haven't, you know. I'm going to click EcoPrint. Okay, so there are 58,000 some hashtag EcoPrint. These are all pictures that people have put the hashtag EcoPrint on. I'm sorry if you can hear Olive barking in the background. She's driving me insane. Sorry, folks, we are experiencing technical difficulties. Not sure if any of you caught that problem child reference or not. Okay, so hashtag EcoPrint. There is a follow here. You can follow that hashtag. So instead of following a person in your feed, you will actually see, which I don't have an example of it, but you will, instead of it having, like this is another Seattle artist, it will actually say hashtag EcoPrinting there. Anytime somebody posts a picture and uses that hashtag, it will then come up in your feed. For instance, I followed the Plucky Pop-Up hashtag because I wanted to, oh wow, that's cool. Because I wanted to see what other people were posting for the pop-up. Real quick, this says the Etsy sponsored. That means that's an ad. Every once in a while, they'll throw you an ad that they think that you want. You can shop their Instagram. I get them from Amazon as well. You just keep on scrolling. A bunch of people get mad like this. I've never seen this before in my life. It looks like mayonnaise. Oh no, coconut oil, ghee butter, coconut oil. Okay, so that's just an ad. You just keep scrolling. But sometimes there's some pretty cool stuff and you can hit shop now. I want to see that. And then you can check it out when it comes up. And when you don't want to look at it anymore, you just hit this little X right there and it goes away. Bye. And you just keep on scrolling. Okay, which, hey, look, Plucky. Well, right there's one. Hashtag Plucky Pop-Up. I'm just going to use this as an example. So Lisa Tustin, I bet, did that. I'm going to click on her. Whoops, my fat fingers again. Anyway, here's the hashtag, the Plucky hashtag. But I'm going to click on Lisa. And then what I can do, I'm going to look at her. I caught this woman trying to walk out of the Plucky. I don't know her, but she has really cool stuff. Now, what I did, here's some people. What I did is I met so many people there that I can look and see the people who did the hashtag Plucky Pop-Up to see if I met them that day. And then I could follow their profile if I wanted, which I did actually find a few that way. So let's go to the Plucky Pop-Up just real quick while I'm talking about it. I saw these ladies there. That's Sarah. She's the only one I met. I did not get to meet these ladies, but I did see them there. So you can kind of get to know people as well. So back to the news feed. As you're scrolling through, anytime you want to go back to the top, like you've been looking and looking and looking, all you have to do is tap Instagram. This Instagram right there, I'll do it again. It takes you right back up to the top. Now, I know that people have, I know that people have posted pictures since he's posted. Anytime you want to refresh your newsfeed, just pull it down and then it'll refresh and add new pictures. Now that we're back up to the top, stories. These, I won't get much into. I'll let you get a comfortable using Instagram basics first. But these are videos that some people have posted, and they're usually just short. So let's see what Yarn Ink did for her story. Working on my novella shawl, admiring my project bag. So that's what she, this is, oh, sorry, snake alert for any of you. So these are just short stories that people do. I'll X out of that in case that's freaking anyone out. These are short stories that people can do that do not go in your pictures. They are only there for like 24 hours and then they go away. So these are constantly changing up here, all of these pictures. But like I said, we get comfortable using regular Instagram first. So now let's go to the little heart right here. I'm going to click that heart, refresh. I pulled down to refresh it. I have 5 new likes. Thanks for the love, people. These are all people who have liked that picture that I just posted. So then you can, you know, go through, see who's liking your stuff. You can go tell them thank you. You can talk to them if you'd like. The other thing you can do is you can go home and this little paper airplane, you can click that. These are all messages that I have privately messaged with people. Other people can't see these. So if you hit that little airplane, okay, so there's a couple different ways that you can send someone a message. And see, it says direct here. You can hit this plus sign. Whoops. You can hit this plus sign and send a message to anybody you want. Or you can just click the person's name and send them a message from there. Always hit your back arrow to go back out where you want. This little red dot here, I don't know if you can see that, that means you have new notifications. So pull it down, let it update. I had 2 new hearts just in the time that we've been talking. This camera up here in the left is the same as if you swipe to the left. That's just a quicker way of doing it. From here, you can take a picture. There's also a bunch of different options in here. Get in there, play around. You're not going to mess up anything. You can either add that, like here, I'll click one. You can either save it to your camera roll from here. You can add it to your story. There are some editing options. You can send it to a person. So there's a few options with that, but I don't want to do that. So I'm going to X out of there and I'm going to hit my arrow. Squid the Griff is one of my favorites. We'll end with something funny. Let me find, I mean, look at this. Look at this. How flippin' cute. I hope that this video helped you guys out. If you have any questions, this is one of my favorites. Look at him. Oh my God, I want one. Anyway, if you have any other questions, anything I forgot, please, please, please message me. And I hope this helps. Bye.